Welcome to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. And now, it's time for our story. Once upon a time, there was a Basenji named Esengo. Esengo the Basenji lived in a big city with her owner. In the city were big, tall buildings and noisy cars and people everywhere. But Esengo always loved going to the dog park to escape all the city life for a few minutes of fun and exercise. It was her favorite place. Esengo the Basenji had a coat that gleamed reddish-brown like copper. Her white feet flashed around as she trotted back and forth on the grass, and her curly tail bounced like a spring as she ran around. Basenjis don't bark like other dogs. Instead, Esengo made soft yodels, curious whines, or stayed completely silent, her tall ears twitching at every sound. She didn't mind that her voice was different. She liked it, but it did make things tricky when she wanted to play with other dogs. All the other dogs barked, and they seemed to understand each other very easily while they played. But Esengo always had a hard time relating to the other dogs because of it. One afternoon, Esengo bounded into the park, tail high and ready to play. A shaggy dog rushed up to her, fur bouncing everywhere.
"Blarf, wubba whoopity,"
it said to her while it was barking. Esengo the Basenji perked up her ears. "What?" she yodeled softly in response to the other dog. But it wasn't in barks. It was in yodels, which, in her heart, she meant to tell the other dog, "Hello, wanna play?" But the shaggy dog didn't seem to understand her, and she didn't seem to understand it. So it barked again at her.
"Wub, wub, wubba, blarp."
But she couldn't make out one word that it was trying to say to her. Then, a squeaky little dog zoomed up to them and said, "Zippity zobble zip zip," as it squeakily barked at them. Esengo wagged her tail politely, but in her mind she sighed and said to herself, "I don't understand a single word they're saying." Even though they couldn't understand each other, the dogs kept on wandering and following each other around the park. Then, Esengo the Basenji crouched into a playful bow position. Her tail up, paws forward. It was the classic dog invitation to come and play. The shaggy dog copied her and said,
"Blarf, wubba, play, woof."
It barked. Esengo blinked. She heard one word. "Play? Did it say play to me?" she asked herself. The squeaky dog zipped around and squealed, "Zabble zup together, zippity zap." Esengo the Basenji wagged her tail harder and thought to herself, "Together? I think I heard it say together. And I think it means together." The rest still sounded like nonsense to each of the dogs. But now, she was able to understand a few of the words that they were trying to say to her, and they started understanding a few of the words she was trying to say to them. Esengo thought to herself, "If we keep trying, maybe we'll really start understanding each other more." The dogs kept on running and chasing each other and playing around the park. Esengo the Basenji sat on the grass. Instead of rushing, she waited and wagged her tail slowly, inviting them to come closer. The shaggy dog plopped down beside her, panting, and said,
"Blarf, wanna play ball, woof?"
Esengo the Basenji's ears shot up. She understood nearly every word it said to her. The squeaky dog zipped over, huffing and puffing, and said,
Zippity, play ball. Yes, zippity.
Esengo followed their gaze in what they were looking at. And right there on the grass sat a slobbery, half-chewed tennis ball. Her tail curled tighter with excitement. She yodeled to them out loud, which in her heart meant the same thing they had just said. Ball! And suddenly, they all understood each other completely. The squeaky dog darted forward and yelled,
Mine first.
Esengo could understand what it said. The shaggy dog bounded after it and said,
I get it next.
Esengo the Basenji was thrilled that she could now understand the other dogs. Esengo raced alongside, silent and swift. Basenjis move fast when they run, and her paws were barely thudding on the dirt. They chased, fetched, and tumbled. The ball rolled, and they slobbered. And slobber made it slippery. But that only made the game sillier. All the other dogs in the park stopped barking just to watch as the three new friends tumbled across the grass in a joyful, slobbery mess. They played and played until it was getting a bit colder and darker. And after running for a while, at last they flopped into a heap, panting. The ball sat between them, slimy, gross, and perfect. Esengo curled her tail around her paws. Just a little while ago, the other dog's words had sounded like jumbled puzzle pieces that didn't fit. But with every silly chase, every patient pause, and every slobbery pass of the ball, the pieces slowly clicked together. Now, they didn't just understand each other's words. They understood each other's hearts. When Esengo's owner clipped on her leash, Esengo glanced back at the dogs. The shaggy dog wagged its tail and said to her,
See you tomorrow, Esengo.
The squeaky dog squeaked, this time in clear words. It said to her,
Don't forget the ball.
Esengo's ears perked up because she understood every word. As she trotted home through the busy streets with her owner, Esengo wagged her tail softly. She knew that sometimes you sound different, and sometimes it takes patience. But with friends who are willing to listen and are willing to try to understand you, your heart will always be heard, slobber and all. And that was enough for Esengo. And the Basenji lived happily ever after. The end. The Basenji is a dog breed from Central Africa and originated near a place what is now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Basenjis are an old breed of dog that goes back many, many years. Some old carvings or drawings show dogs that look like Basenjis in ancient Africa. Basenjis have been part of village life for a long time in Central Africa and have been used as hunting dogs and helping people track animals and protect food storage. Basenjis are small to medium-sized dogs. They can be from 16 to 17 inches tall and can weigh from 22 to 24 pounds. Their coat is very short, smooth, and fine. They can be colored red, black, tan, and brindle, and they always have white fur on their feet, chest, and tip of tail. Their tails are always curled tightly over their back, and their ears are big and pointed and upright. Basenjis have wrinkles on their brow, especially when they're curious or excited. Basenjis don't bark in the usual way other dogs bark. Instead, they make unusual yodeling sounds or howls or what other people call a singing dog type sound. Because of their special voice box or larynx, regular barking is hard or really rare for them to do. Basenjis are very energetic. They love to run, jump, and explore. They need regular exercise every day. Basenjis are very clean. They actually groom themselves like cats do, and they use their paws to clean their face and fur. Basenjis can live from 12 to 14 years. Some can live a bit longer. Have you seen a real-life Basenji before? If you have, where did you see it? Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, bye!